let the dogs out. This NGO, funded by ordinary people, has saved hundreds of animals over the past 14
when it comes
years.
to pet care. When they first arrived in this area, it was horrific. There was animals lying on the street. They were abused. They didn't have a strand of fur. You could count the number of their spinal discs. There was puppies lying around everywhere. People didn't know what to do. This is what they accepted to be normal. Ever since the inception of the organization here in this specific area, you would see that there's hardly any puppies, that people understand how to feed their animals. Animals are no longer chained. They have shelter. They have access to food and water. People are becoming more and more conscious about what the animals' needs are.
Animal abuse is still rife. This good boy, Ruffy, had been living in a car park for several years before he was brought to safety.
He's not the prettiest of boys. He's got no teeth. His teeth have all gone, and this is because he's been so hungry. He's been eating stones and things. He's been fighting with other dogs. He's been burnt at some point. Somebody's thrown some boiling hot water on him, and this guy is an old guy now. He's probably around about 10, and so we just look after him now, give him some love. He's got his own bedroom at night. He gets a hot meal on a night time, and he'll spend his final days here.
Power breeds are also facing abuse or abandonment.
They need space. They need to be stimulated. They need proper care. They need to be sterilized. And now we have irresponsible owners, and a beautiful breed is paying for it. Not just pit bulls, but so many other power breeds, like this beautiful Rottweiler. I mean, he was found knocked. His family didn't even take responsibility of taking him back after we found him, and we're sitting with him. I promise you, he's such a gentle dog. He plays with puppies, he plays with balls. We also have pit bulls in our care that nobody is wanting now because they're afraid of them. And I just feel like people need to educate themselves more, and owners need to take responsibility, because you cannot have your dog, whether it's a Maltese poodle, whether it's a pit bull, whatever it is, you can't have them roaming the streets. It's illegal. They're supposed to be within fenced yards. I think that people honestly are making uninformed choices now when dealing with power breed dogs.
Just want to get hold of them
These pups go through 70 kgs of food a day. The team uses their own money and time for the project and are supported by other Good Samaritans. They believe it's their personal obligation to uplift the community.
Often a time, whether it comes to animals or people or anything in the world, we often look at it and we say, oh my gosh, somebody should do something. But then you are that somebody that should do something. It starts with you. You have a social and moral obligation to do something. It starts with the fact that there are organizations that exist where you can report abuse, neglect and abandonment to. Organizations like the SPCA and organizations like Puppy S.O.S and many animal welfare organizations who dedicate their lives 24/7 to receiving your calls. Our lines stay open at any time, day or night, because we know there's an animal out there that needs help. But it starts with you.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Karinda Jagmohan in Durban.